Roy ordering flags at half-staff for 30 days and setting January 9th as a national day of mourning when there will be a state funeral for Carter.
Former President Jimmy Carter's one-term presidency from 1977 to 1981 was marked by international and domestic challenges like inflation and a hostage crisis in Iran. But he redefined what a life post-presidency could look like. He and his late wife, former First Lady Rosalind Carter, founded the Carter Center in 1982. There, they worked to advance democracy and human rights, monitoring elections throughout the world. Carter won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002.
That is Fox's Madeline Rivera. President Carter's biggest legacy may be the Camp David Accords, when Egypt recognized Israel after years of conflict in a treaty.
Today we celebrate a victory, not of a bloody military campaign, but of an inspiring peace campaign.
Jimmy Carter died at his home in Plains, Georgia, where he'd been in hospice care since last year. All Boeing 737-800 jets ordered inspected in South Korea after the weekend crash at Muon's airport when a plane landed without its front landing gear, went off a runway, crashed into a concrete wall, and burst into flames.
Bird strike is kind of the main suspicion right now. That's why the NTSB officials from Boeing and from the FAA are en route over there to do an investigation. The control tower had warned the plane before they were coming in for landing about a possible bird strike. 2 minutes later, they put the Mayday call out.
That's Fox Business Network's Cheryl Casoni. America's listening to Fox News.
Will Cain had you covered this election.
Brett Baer joins us now. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy joining us on the Will Cain Show. Tommy Lahren joins us now.
It's the new must-listen podcast in America.
I think Sanity, I'm hoping, is going to win today.
What they did was the biggest miscarriage of democracy, I think, in my lifetime.
I see a victory for Donald Trump. I see a victory for America.
The Will Cain Show. Listen and watch now at willcainshow.com. From the Fox News Podcasts Network, the Fox News Rundown, a contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day, going far beyond the headlines, tapping into the massive reporting resources of Fox News to provide a full picture of the news of the day.
I'm Dana Perino.
I'm Brett Baer.
I'm Maria Bartiromo.
I'm Brian Kilmeade, and this is the Fox News Rundown.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
While President-elect Trump faces pushback from some Democratic mayors and governors ahead of a planned mass deportation of illegal immigrants, some communities in Texas will work with him.
Local agencies across the country are partnering up with ICE under what's known as the 287G program. Specific jail officers get trained to question people behind bars on their immigration status. And if a suspect is here illegally, the jail flags ICE. Rockwell County Sheriff Terry Garrett here in Texas says his jail is part of this program.
It's another way to protect the public because of taking a suspect or someone who has committed a crime and making sure that they do make it through the criminal justice system.
The sheriff says that after they flag ICE, it's then up to ICE to issue an immigration detainer or pick the suspects up. In Dallas, I'm Brooke Taylor, Fox News.
There has been a rise in the number of cases of something you don't want.
The most recent numbers from the Centers for Disease Control show there were 91 outbreaks of the norovirus reported during the first week in December, a 32% increase from the week before. A norovirus infection can cause sudden vomiting, diarrhea, headaches, and fever. Outbreaks are often seen in places where people are close together, like nursing homes, jails, schools, and on cruise ships. Norovirus infections are caused by a group of viri that spread easily. As few as 10 viral particles can make someone sick, and it can be deadly. On average, 900 people in the U.S. die from norovirus annually. The best defense against it? Frequent hand washing. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down, coming off slight gains last week. On Sunday Night Football, the Washington Commanders clinched a playoff spot, beating Atlanta 30-24 in overtime. The Falcons fall behind the Buccaneers in the battle for an NFL division title. Tampa Bay routed Carolina 48-14. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee. where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The White County Board of Education has approved a new vaping education policy aimed at addressing rising vaping incidents. The Sparta Expositor reports that the tiered system will include vaping education classes, monetary fines, community service, and alternative school placement for repeat offenders. The State Department of Correction has completed its revision of the lethal injection protocol. Commissioner Frank Strada says he's confident the process can proceed in compliance with all departmental and state policy. The review comes after Governor Bill Lee ordered an independent review of the process in May of 2022. Highway Patrol assisted rolling roadblocks will take place in Cumberland County on Sunday, January 5th. A TDOT press release says motorists can expect delays from mile marker 315 to 325 in the morning hours of that day. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06. It's the 30th of December. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Jason.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Well, good. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. We celebrated with Tim's family, so it was good. Hello, Connie and Russell.
Connie, Russell.
I would say his mama Joyce, but she says she don't get up in time to listen, and I tell her,
right,
you can watch it at any time.
Right. On demand.
That doesn't sink in sometimes.
on demand.
On demand.
Right.
So anyway, it's going to be a high today around 60 for us, but it's going to be a little breezy.
Okay.
A little breezy. It's 47 right now.
Whoa, boy, it was flat out windy.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Windy.
Yeah, yesterday morning, golly, the wind. It was something else.
It was like not a good hair day.
I think Rafferty had this in his news on Friday, but a federal indictment got returned last week against Philip Hall up in Jamestown. Nine counts of healthcare fraud, 6 counts of aggravated identity theft.
Ooh.
And so all that got unsealed, I guess, on Friday. And I was shocked.
I was too.
Yeah, I did not, because I mean, he's done a lot of really great things for Jamestown.
Yeah,
you know,
for the community.
Always giving back to the community and stuff. I mean, it's just it blew me away about that. But I'm sure more will come out about what all went down, and I don't know enough about it other than what the indictment says.
Right.
But that's the latest on Philip Hall up in Jamestown and Clark Range.
It's really sad.
It is.
Yeah. Well, Plenty Downtown Bookstore on 48 West Broad Street. They have a new location that's going to be starting in mid-January. So their physical doors at their current location will be closing December 31st at 3 p.m. So that's tomorrow. Is it the 30th? Yeah, that's tomorrow. And you can still support them. They said you can shop with them online and help them kick off this new chapter. So they're just moving across the street.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I thought they're just moving across the street.
So they're still going to be called Plenty Downtown Bookshop, but it is across the street. But they won't open till the middle of January on that. Just give them a few weeks to kind of get everything set up.
I got you.
And moved. So just still, they want you to support them still online. Plenty Bookstore.
So that's just while they're moving.
Right.
Gotcha.
But I don't see on here there. We'll just search Plenty Downtown Bookshop in Cookeville and you can find them.
All right. Well, I know we had some news on Big Lots closing.
Oh, I had that too.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah.
Apparently, there is a chance that Big Lot stays open. Now, there's been a Gordon Brothers retail partners step in. Now, they're not buying everything. They're buying some things. We don't know if Cookeville's one of those things or
Right.
not. But these are the same people that run Rose's.
Okay. And it's not in town anymore.
No, it's not in town.
It used to be.
There used to be one in Livingston, a Rose's.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but at least there's a chance.
There's a chance Big Lots is still with us.
But it could be a different name, even.
Could be.
Because they run several different discount chains.
Maybe it's
people.
Big Roses.
Could be Big Roses. Who knows?
We don't know. We're just
I have no
speculating.
idea. But anyway, so there is a chance that it stays open.
Well, Cookeville Leisure Services wants to let you know that the Cookeville Performing Arts Center has their backstage series. It's called RX. You can experience a unique perspective with their intimate backstage series. RX explores the complexities of workplace depression and the search for a cure through the eyes of a researcher. And it starts Friday, January the 10th and runs through January 18th, each night around 7:30.
All right. Trash pickup will not be available in Cookeville on the 1st. Still on the 31st, tomorrow, but not on the 1st. You'll have to, and then if it's supposed to be picked up on the 1st on that Wednesday, it'll be picked up on Thursday the 2nd. So there you go. I know there'll probably be a lot of trash out because that's a lot of college football getting ready to get played tomorrow and Wednesday.
And you think it'd be a lot of trash from that?
I do. There'll be a lot of
gatherings.
Some cans and paper plates and things like that. Don't you think? Plus New Year's Eve parties.
Yeah, but we took that poll, and most people will be sleeping.
Most people will. You know what? Had a lot of people talk to me about what Cookeville would drop.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ask them, or they?
No.
They had heard us talking about it.
I went to a little Christmas get together with some buddies, and that was one of the things that.
Yeah. What did they think?
They didn't know. They were like us. They couldn't think of one. I mean, donut, pink elephant.
Mm-hmm.
A version of the Cream City sign.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was also mentioned. So I don't know. We got a while. If we wanted to do something like that, we've got about 4 months really to think about it.
Then we can make it happen.
Then we can make it happen, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't know what we're gonna drop.
Well, you may have this in entertainment, but I thought since
I got no entertainment today.
Okay. All right then.
I got nothing today.
We got nothing, but we're here for you.
Got nothing today.
Dolly Parton, greatest country artist of all time, recognized by Billboard.
I can absolutely get behind that.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd give that to either her or Willie Nelson or George Jones or one of the greatest, Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
Loretta Lynn. I think all of them are in that same bucket, though. Don't you?
Yeah, I definitely, but not better than Dolly.
No,
I mean, I'm wearing Dolly today.
Oh, looky there, you are.
I mean, in honor of this great accomplishment, I thought I'd wear my Dolly shirt. Yeah. Tennessee Vols and Dolly. But it said, there's never been anyone like her, and it's impossible to believe there will ever be again. We have to agree. Dolly Parton, greatest of all time.
Just real quick, congratulations to Tennessee Tech. It'd been over a month since they'd played a basketball game at home, came home and won it 95-75 over Milligan. And then they're going to be back in action Thursday at 7:30 when they play Southern Indiana.
Oh, look at that.
So that'll be a fun time to go out to the hoop on a Thursday night and watch some college basketball and root on the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. Of course, you can hear all the Golden Eagles games on 106.1 The Eagle, Cookeville's greatest hits.
Well, coming up next, your 2 cents, and it's brought to you by Freedom Pond on Mayberry Street in Sparta. What food is the hardest to stop eating once you start?
That depends. Depends on where you're at and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I've got several that are that way, that it's hard for me to stop eating once I start. That's a good question, Sheila. Your 2 cents coming up, brought to you by Freedom Pond. That's on the way next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Stay with us.
Hundreds of Upper Cumberland residents need help today as they struggle with disease, sickness, or injury. When you give, 100% of your gift goes to help right here in our community. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Discover the savings at Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We're not your typical pawn shop. Explore our extensive selection of jewelry, tools, gaming systems, knives, and guitars, perfect for any enthusiast. For the archery lover, we offer Barnett crossbows and other top brands. And don't forget, we're your trusted guns and ammo store with the best selection around. Visit us today. Just look for the Bigfoot in front of the store and see why Freedom Pawn in Sparta is your ultimate destination for great deals.
This is Senator Paul Bailey wishing you a Merry Christmas. During this time of year, we'll be counting our blessings as Tennesseans and looking forward to a great future for America in the new year. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Roxy with Optimal IV Hydration and Wellness. Check out our newest service, NAD. NAD is often referred to as the fountain of youth. NAD is a vital molecule in every cell that is responsible for enhancing mitochondrial function. This results in increased energy, mental clarity, a decrease in inflammation, and so much more. With Optimal IV, you can receive NAD as an IV or in shot form. Book online now at optimalivhydration.com or call 931-510-1493, available in Cookeville and Livingston.
At Gentry's Power Equipment, we deliver value with expertise and top-notch service. Now's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor gear with instant rebates on all Laser Z models, E, S, and X, up to $750. Plus, enjoy a low financing rate of 1.99% for 48 months. Looking for steel products? Our knowledgeable local dealers provide personalized service you won't find at big box stores. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:20.
And good morning. It's time for your 2 cents, brought to you by Freedom Pawn on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They've got bows, guns, ammunition. They've got jewelry, knives, all kinds of stuff. I mean, even more than what I mentioned.
Even more.
Even more than that.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Now, they're closed on Mondays.
Yes, don't go today.
But go when they're open.
Yeah.
What food is the hardest to stop eating once you start?
You
got a picture of potato chips there.
Potato chips aren't it for me, but
It's certain cookies.
catfish.
Is it hard for you to stop eating catfish?
I get sick almost every time I eat catfish, not because catfish makes me sick, but
because you eat too much?
I can't stop eating it.
It is good.
It's delicious.
Very good. And, well, if it's cooked right.
Right.
Kevin said breakfast of any kind. I like a good breakfast, too.
I can eat breakfast 24/7.
I know that I shouldn't have this, but I love it. I haven't had it in a long time, though. Gravy and biscuits. I love good gravy and biscuits. With eggs.
I do too.
I even put some gravy on the eggs sometimes. Scrambled eggs.
I don't put gravy on my eggs.
That's how bad I am sometimes. But see, I haven't had it in a long time because I'm trying to do better.
You put like hot sauce and ketchup and crap on.
Well, I don't if I put the if you do gravy.
I know that,
you don't
but normally you're a ketchup hot sauce person on your eggs.
I love hot sauce.
So I don't put anything on my eggs.
Well, I put salt and pepper.
Well, salt and pepper, yeah.
But I have to be in the mood for the ketchup now. That was more when I was a kid. Sometimes I do now, too. But you know, why is it considered weird?
I don't know, but...
Because hot sauce, it's just one step below hot sauce.
See, I think putting ketchup on your eggs is weird.
There's a lot of people that do it.
I know, but I think it's weird. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, I can.
I eat pickles with biscuits and gravy. I can't
that sounds crazy.
I can't throw any weird breakfast stone.
But yeah, you do.
That being said, ketchup on your eggs is weird.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Do you think hot sauce is weird?
Yeah.
Well, that is a Mexicano way.
I remember the first.
Although I'm not, but I like Hispanic food.
Growing up, we never had potatoes of any kind for breakfast.
Yeah, we didn't either.
It didn't make sense. And then my dad had to go to some sort of like a teacher thing. And it started at the breakfast buffet at the Shoney's up on Jefferson. Well, I can't wait for them to get that thing remodeled. And they had, their breakfast buffet. That was the first time I'd seen the breakfast buffet. And we got to it, and I was like, what are they doing with potatoes?
And now you have potatoes and everything for breakfast.
I thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen when I was a kid.
Was it hash browns?
No, it was just like cut up potatoes, like they were fried, I guess.
Yeah.
But
we had them for dinner, even the fried, cut up and fried.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But we never had them for breakfast.
No. I thought it was the craziest thing ever to see for breakfast, but
now it's like even in the frozen food stuff. Oh, you want a breakfast burrito? Let's throw some potatoes in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do they have to put potatoes in everything?
Yeah. Now I'm a big fan of that, like hash browns.
I like a hash browns with a little crunch.
And the bow rounds at Bojangles.
My goodness.
Stop.
If y'all haven't tried a bow round,
oh, come on.
What are you waiting on?
Oh,
it's really good. All right, Jim, you're not going to like this one. He says what he starts eating one of and can't stop, cashews, which I agree with you, Jim. I like cashews too, but this one doesn't.
No, I don't like cashews.
You don't like nuts, really,
I
in
like
general.
peanuts, but I like pecans as long as they're in a pie.
Speaking of which, Jimmy Carter, rest in peace. He passed away at 100.
Oh, yeah. I saw
From
that.
1924 to 2024.
Yeah.
Just want to let everybody know if they didn't know that. Also, Dilcia said she can't stop eating corn nuts. I haven't heard corn nuts in a long time.
Me either. I
It's
can't
been a
say
long
that I've ever had them. What are corn nuts?
They're not really corn, but there's nuts that shape like... No, I don't even know if they're real nuts. There may be real corn. I don't know, but they're spicy.
Okay.
They're all right.
All right.
Tex said he can't stop eating pizza.
I do love pizza, but pizza does not love me.
It's like...
Now, some pizzas do. Like the fast food pizzas.
Yeah.
Just I can't anymore.
You got to get homemade pizza or
Well,
what?
I think it's the fake cheese. I think
Yeah.
as long as it's real cheese, I'm fine because when I eat it,
Mama Rosa's?
no, Sparta, Vincenzo's,
Yanni's?
it doesn't make me sick.
Why did you start calling it Vincenzo's?
Can't tell you why. I have no
Because it's
idea.
Italian and
No,
you're
it's
just making up a name?
That's what got stuck in my head. And
It's not even close to the name.
Sheila, I know I can't help it.
But at least I know when you're saying it
Right.
now what you mean.
And World Food, their pizza, it doesn't make me sick either.
I'm not sure if that, but some pizza places don't use that red sauce, and it may be the red sauce for you because it is for me.
I don't know what it is, but
And I like the brick oven pizzas because they don't use a lot of sauce.
yeah.
So go lightly on the sauce. You can do that.
Jeans, it didn't make me sick either when we ate there.
Well, maybe he uses quality ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Robin said she can't stop eating chocolate.
Oh, girl.
true.
That's my problem.
Oh, girl, huh?
Oh, girl.
We got an old girl from him on that. What can you not stop eating once you start? Susan said Doritos. I don't like the Cool Ranch. I like the original. I know you're a Cool Ranch guy.
I like Cool Ranch.
It's all right. I'm not going to eat tons
I'm
of
also
them.
not a big Doritos guy. I'm way more of a Fritos guy than I am a Doritos guy.
Johnny says French fries.
Oh, yeah. Depending on where they're from.
You like McDonald's French fries?
Oh, yeah.
They're salty.
I don't know.
And they're the right cut.
I don't know what they're putting on there, but
I
it's
think they're putting crack on it.
there's something addictive in those
Yeah.
fries. Yeah.
And then Michelle said potato chips. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, and if the sauce is good, I have a hard time. If there's
Oh, that's true.
if
Like
there's good chips and salsa or
Yeah.
chips and queso.
the chips and salsa, man, like the homemade salsa. I say homemade, but some of the Mexican restaurants around here have such good salsa that I could just make a meal out of the salsa and chips.
I could eat my weight in chips and queso.
Oh,
and that hurts the old belly now too. They didn't used to.
See? It's over 50's not easy sometimes, is it?
It's the worst.
You know, it's been harder on you than it was on me because I'm 54 now.
Well,
What are you, 51?
yeah.
See? Ever since you turned 50, you've been
Went downhill.
really feeling it.
Went downhill quick.
That's a man for you.
Well, I had somebody tell me that I looked tired, and someone told me that I looked fat, all on the same day. I'm like, do I look tired and fat? And then I'd ask people, I said, hey, do you think I look tired and fat? And you can tell they're being nice. Oh, no, Jason, you look great. You're looking good, man.
Oh, Jason.
You can tell they just don't want to be mean.
It's that chips and salsa.
And then I was
No
like,
queso.
maybe I do look tired and fat.
I'm not laughing at how bad it hurt your feelings. I don't think.
You're laughing at me. If
I am a little bit because you always
listen,
are so.
if you'd have come to me with people call me tired, I look
And
tired.
you would go,
I'd
little bit.
No, I'd be mad for you. You'd be madder than a wet hen if somebody would have said that to you.
But they didn't. They say that I'm looking great.
Well, no, they don't say that to women. Dudes don't just walk up to women and go, golly,
Yes,
Sheila,
they do.
You're looking tired and fat.
Yeah, they do. Are you with child?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They say stuff to women, too. You just don't experience because you're not a woman.
I guarantee you, any man worth his weight ain't walking up. Now, another woman may do that to you. Is it?
Men say, "Are you?" When they don't do it anymore, I guess I've reached the point where they think she couldn't be pregnant.
Yeah.
But they've done it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're just those are dumb men, is what that is. They're idiots.
Well, when I said no, not at all, they looked like they felt embarrassed, and I'm thinking you should be.
Well, how about that?
How about that, huh? Oh, you didn't think women got told stuff?
I knew women got told stuff. I just didn't think a man was dumb enough to tell
And then
you.
I guess once you get a certain age, they just don't notice you at all anymore. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's
that's
true.
another subject.
That's for sure true.
See?
Yeah, if it wasn't just you in here, I'd never know. It was, but where's Sheila?
You know what I mean.
It's 6:30. No,
6:30.
no real spoiler alert or anything like that.
We'll come back and we'll talk about other things we're unhappy with.
Yeah. Too funny. All right, hang out with us if you want to. I get it. I get it if you don't.
Oh, come on. That's not nice. I get it if you don't want to come back, but we would appreciate it if you did.
We look fat and tired.
Don't put we in it.
Okay. I look fat and tired.
No, you don't.
All right.
It's okay, Jason.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila live here in the Willow Window Studio. Be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The White County Board of Education has approved a new vaping education policy aimed at addressing rising vaping incidents. The Sparta Expositor reports that the tiered system will include vaping education classes, monetary fines, community service, and alternative school placement for repeat offenders. The State Department of Correction has completed its revision of the lethal injection protocol. Commissioner Frank Strada says he's confident the process can proceed in compliance with all departmental and state policy. The review comes after Governor Bill Lee ordered an independent review of the process in May of 2022. Highway Patrol-assisted rolling roadblocks will take place in Cumberland County on Sunday, January 5th. A TDOT press release says motorists can expect delays from mile marker 315 to 325 in the morning hours of that day. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Tennessee Tech's men's basketball team finished out 2024 with a 95-75 win against visiting Milligan yesterday. Rodney Johnson Jr. had 33 points on 14 of 16 shooting as the Golden Eagles improved to 6-7 on the season. The Tennessee Titans dropped their fifth straight game as they fell to the Jacksonville Jaguars 20-13 on Sunday. The Titans finish the season next weekend against the Texans. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Giants topped the Colts 45-33. Eagles beat the Cowboys 41-7. Bills over the Jets 40-14. Vikings beat the Packers 27-25. And Buccaneers topped the Panthers 48-14. In the Eagles' 41-7 win over the Cowboys, running back Saquon Barkley went over 2,000 yards rushing on the season. He's the ninth player in NFL history to eclipse 2,000 yards in a season. He's still 100 yards shy of Eric Dickerson's record of 2,105 set in 1984. Today on UCR, the Upperman Lady Bees play Farmington from Arkansas at 5, while the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers play Watertown at 6. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Shares of Boeing dropped more than 4% in pre-market Monday after Sunday's deadly Jeju Air plane crash in South Korea. The plane involved was a Boeing 737-800 jet, not a 737 MAX jet that has been the focus since two deadly MAX crashes between March of 2019 and November of 2020. Those crashes prompting the jet to be grounded worldwide. Jeju said the regular inspections had been completed before takeoff. Meanwhile, shares of Jeju Air tanked in early trading, on track for its largest drop in more than 4 years. Nvidia stock fell early Monday as investors await details about the chip giant's next launch. CEO Jensen Huang is scheduled to speak at the CES Tech Show in Las Vegas on January 6th. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
Why pay more for prescriptions?
Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Mostly cloudy. There's a chance of showers all the way through tonight. Temperatures today go in reverse. We'll start off in the 60s but fall into the 40s overnight. We'll be near 60 tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy overnight. There's another shot at rain by Tuesday with daytime highs falling into the 50s.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:36 now.
A high today getting up to around 60 for us. It's 47 right now. Could be a little windy again for us today.
Reddit had a thing on there, and probably most of us are way past the dating thing, but it's always fun to look at how it's going for the others right now. And it's not good.
I would hate to be in the dating
Yeah.
world.
Oh,
right
gosh.
now. I'm glad that's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a rough time.
It sounds terrible. Well, Reddit asks, what's the biggest hint you ever missed from a woman? So,
I bet you didn't miss any hint whatsoever, did you?
I'm sure I missed a lot of hints, Sheila. I don't pick up on things too easily. This one said, she said, I'm single, right? And I said, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Long story short, on a road trip, I found myself next to a girl in a bed in a hotel room. I reached out for a bottle of water that was on the table across from her and accidentally brushed her bra strap with my elbow. I apologized and took a gulp of water. She asked, is my bra in the way? I said, nah, I managed to get the bottle. Don't worry about it.
That was a big hint right there.
He said, one day after the road trip ended, it hit me. You're at home. That was a pretty good road trip. But,
three days later.
Oh, man.
She may have been coming on to me.
Watching TV in my living room at roughly 2 a.m. in the dark. And this is her applying some strawberry lip gloss. And then the guy says, why are you putting on a lip gloss? And she says, strawberry lip gloss tastes so nice. Want a taste? Nah, I already know what it tastes like.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Now, back in the day, and
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's still the same, or maybe this was from a long time ago, if a girl was putting on some strawberry lip gloss, you knew. That was international.
Well, I guess
time.
this dude didn't have any game. No.
Had a girl at college ask if I was single. When I said yes, she asked if I was looking for a girlfriend. I said, yeah, I suppose so. And she says, it'd be nice just to have someone to go on dates with. And I said, and then he's like, and all my skills with the ladies came back with, yep, sure would be. And then walked into class.
Sure would be, but not you.
Well, that would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Have somebody to go out with.
And just go into class.
Yeah. In high school, I was coming out of my class. My longtime crush stops me and says she heard that I'm some kind of math genius. And then asked me to tutor her. I asked her what she's going to pay me. She says very suggestively, oh, don't worry, you'll be rewarded. I said, no, I need like actual numbers to know if it's worth my time.
Oh. And it could be insulting, but they just really didn't have a clue, right?
That's so funny to me. This one says, we're seeing a movie together, and she said she's cold. I said, yeah, it's pretty chilly, and did nothing. Later, she said it again. Pretty obvious what she wanted. I proceeded to give me my jacket to put around her. So that's good. You did
that's
good.
Real good. That sounded good.
It just took you one strike, buddy. You're still in the mix. You're on base.
Yeah.
What are you telling
Nobody
that story
loans their
for?
jackets anymore.
My first weekend of college, a girl asked me if I wanted to wrestle her in my dorm. I wrestled her in my dorm, nothing more.
Nothing more? These are kind of sad.
It is sad. In high school, I asked a girl to come watch a movie rental with me with some friends. She was sitting on the floor in front of me and rubbed her neck, saying that her neck and shoulders were sore. Completely missing the cue to offer a back massage, I got up and got her some Tylenol.
That's still sweet, though. At least he didn't ignore her.
Hey, you know what these guys are? Nice guys.
Real nice.
They're just nice guys.
Yeah.
You know, all you ladies out there, I wish I could find a nice guy. Well, you can, but they're not going to pick up on clues.
Because they're nice.
Right.
They're not pigs.
They're not looking for clues.
Oh, does your back hurt? Let me go get you some Tylenol.
Here's another thing too. Most guys, we're not good clue picker uppers.
Amen to that.
And I don't know why after hundreds of years has that not gotten through yet.
Clues change from decade to decade.
Right, clues change, but guys don't.
Right, that's the problem.
No, that's not the problem.
Yes, it is.
You should just quit giving clues and just say, here it is.
We're not like that.
No, you'd rather.
Then we would be too forward.
But the clues aren't getting you what you want. So why not just say, here's what I would like?
Y'all wouldn't know what to think, would you? Wouldn't know how to act.
Well, maybe we would. Well, first, we'd think it's a trick.
But then you would think, we're sluts. We don't want that.
Why would... No, I'm talking about just normal...
We come right out and ask?
Sheila, I was talking about like where you wanted to go eat.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Yes.
No.
That dirtiness and nastiness that you come up with, that's not what I was thinking.
You were
of.
leading me into that.
I was not leading you into that.
I took the clues. And I know.
No, you made up some clues in your own head. That's another thing.
Making it up like women.
You're just making that up. You're the one that went dirty.
No. I'm sweet and precious.
I can't
You
believe
always
that.
try to make me out to be dirty, and I'm not.
Well, you went straight dirty.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I thought the dude was sweet offering her Tylenol.
Right. That's what I'm over here talking about, how sweet, some guys are, and you just got to be more forward with them about things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went straight in the bedroom. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Let's get up in this bedroom.
Let me talk about Will Ferrell now.
Woo, woo.
He was at the Flyers Kings game,
Well, you
and
wanna
he
get off
dressed
that
up.
subject.
Yeah, because you're trying to say I'm dirty. Buddy the Elf, he was dressed up as Buddy. I want to show this picture. I wonder if I can. Is that up high enough?
Yeah.
Do you see him?
Wait, hang on. No, that's me. Here we go. There we go.
Buddy the Elf.
Yeah, if you're watching on TV, Sheila's showing Buddy the Elf.
Oh, that's right. If we're on the radio, I was showing a little.
You can't see it if it's on.
Yeah, I can't see it on the radio. But he dressed up in his little hat and his little tights, went to the Flyers game with his family, dressed as Buddy the Elf. Now, I wonder what his wife goes through.
Money.
Yeah, true. She's like, oh, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
She's just sitting there like, yeah, it's my husband.
Coming up, we don't know.
We don't know.
I know no real guests today.
We had guests, but then
it's the holidays really take it out of
people don't want to show up during the holidays. Or there's a lot of sickness going around too.
There really is. We've got a couple out at the station, and then last week I heard at daycares it was like a mess.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that maybe the holiday break.
Yeah. That people will get well. Hopefully kids are well.
Then they probably just carried it home to their people.
Yeah. Well, if you're sick, get well soon.
Little kids are germ factories.
Yeah.
They
just pass it around to each other.
Kids should have to go through some sort of hazmat thing when they come home from school or the daycare, sprays them.
Yeah.
Like you see in all those end of the world movies, like Contagion.
Right.
But when they come home, they go into decontamination.
That's it.
Thing.
Right. Entering the school and the home.
Right. They get and then they can go about their day.
That'd be good for all of us, actually.
But I think if we just did the kids, it'd cut the sickness.
It would,
way down.
because they handle everything, don't wash their hands, and they just pass it from one kid to the next, and then carry it home.
Carry it home and make everybody else sick.
Yeah.
If you kids could stop that, that'd be awesome. Stick with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back. Hang out with us.
Your Cookeville Gas Department works closely with contractors to make certain no gas line is broken when excavation is done. However, there are times when damage does occur. If you smell gas where construction is being done, please notify the gas department immediately. Better yet, call us before you dig and let us locate the lines for you. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers, and if you're looking for a church of friendly, loving Christians that is striving to only follow the Bible in faith and practice, that encourages questions and searches the Scriptures to find the answers, a church where you won't get lost in the numbers but will be treated like family, then let me invite you to visit us at the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. We're not perfect, but we are seeking to be like our perfect Savior. And be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Hey, Golden Eagle fans, it's your head women's basketball coach, Kim Roseman. Join us for an action-packed night at the Hooper Ebelin Center, Thursday, January 2nd versus Southern Indiana at 5:30 p.m. with Coach Pelfrey and our men's team to follow. Come watch us battle it out on the court and help us secure another home win. Don't miss a moment of the action this season. Get your tickets today at ttusports.com or call the ticket office at 931-372-3940. Wings up.
The Upper Cumberland Habitat Restore in Cookeville is expanding their team with part-time positions available. They are seeking dedicated individuals who are passionate about community impact and customer service. Responsibilities may include maintaining an organized, welcoming store environment, assisting with donation acceptance and processing, and supporting daily operations. Ideal candidates are customer-focused, proactive, and committed to fostering a positive shopping experience. Joining their team offers a chance to make a meaningful difference. For more information, contact them at restore@uchabitat.org.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. We have some gifts for you this Christmas. We're offering as low as 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on 2024 Ford F-150s, Expeditions, and Escapes. Plus, make no payments for 90 days when you buy almost any new Ford or Lincoln. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. And on behalf of our entire team, Merry Christmas and God's blessings to all.
Hey everyone, this is Magic Mike with Carlin Chevrolet. We continue to have great deals and low interest rates. Right now, we have 3 remaining demo vehicles, 2 trucks and a Tahoe, all with less than 3,000 miles and huge discounts. These things won't last long. We're now starting to get more electric vehicles. We currently have a few Equinoxes and even 1 EV truck. These things are really cool and high tech. If you want to save money and have an alternative to gas, these things are the way to go. Get down to the corner of Spring and Willow to see for yourself. See you soon.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 50 now.
So we'll be back on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, Thursday.
We'll be here tomorrow and Wednesday.
Right. Tomorrow is a lot of college football.
And you don't want to miss that.
So I'm going to watch a lot of college football tomorrow. Yeah. And then, of course, the first, a lot of college football. And then, yeah, we'll be back in the second.
All right. You sure you're going to make it through all that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need a day of recovery?
Might be nice, but, we got to get back to work.
Got to.
We got to get back to work.
The last 2 weeks of the year always feel like it's months.
Yeah.
To me. I'm like, let's go. Let's get back. I mean,
sure.
I'm happy having a couple of days off.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, let's go.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of sleeping, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've slept so good.
Catching up on it.
Yeah. I slept 12 hours the other day.
That's not like
12
you.
hours. That's crazy. That's probably why I'm
Your
so
body needed it.
fat and tired looking.
Catching up on it. Hey, but the grandkids have been in, though.
I had a big time. Had night at Papa's house.
Yeah, how did that go?
Oh, it went great.
Yeah.
It went great. And Maddie stayed too. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing was, we have where we always watch Christmas Vacation together. How since they were little bitty, both. And Caleb came too, my son.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was going to be Matthias's first time watching Christmas Vacation, and he was excited about it. And of course, I'd made it a huge deal.
Yeah, you made it too big of a deal.
I sold it really well to him.
And he's not the age yet where he's going to appreciate all the humor in it.
No, but I mean, there's enough of stuff in there that's silly that he would think is funny. And he thinks I'm funny. So he even tells me Papa's funny. So I do think he would have enjoyed it. And so anyway, we're all there. We're all ready. We've got snacks. I went to the grocery store. I'm talking, I snacked up big.
You did it right.
Tons of snacks.
Yeah.
So we were ready to go. Cookies, popcorn, candy bars, tater tots, corn dogs, you name it.
Wow.
It's like it's like you came to the fair. I went.
Nice. That's what Papa's house is.
Right.
Yeah.
Popsicles, the whole bit. And so we get Christmas Vacation on. We're watching Christmas Vacation. The first part of it is animated.
Uh-huh.
And the song's real good, and all that stuff. And he loved that. Car driving down the road, getting the Christmas tree. Ho, 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 Papa. That's funny. Especially when he drove under the truck.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it wasn't long after that. That little Scudder, he's sound asleep.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't even make it past getting the, chopping down the tree.
That's fun, though.
It was a good first try.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was also nice to have that time with the kids too, like my actual kids,
like
not
it was old times.
Yeah. But I stayed up through that, and Maddie was like, "Wow, it was 10 o'clock." I'm like, "Oh, you stayed up till 10 o'clock?" I said, "I know, it's crazy."
It's because you slept so late.
Because I knew they were coming.
Yeah.
So
you got your rest in.
Right. I banked some sleep.
Yeah, because it's very rare I make it till 10 p.m. now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's funny. We've been we do this thing. We have the boys' Christmas, and it's all of us boys from high school or whatever.
Yeah.
And we get together every year for Christmas, and there's a handful of us. And it came down to, well, when should we start? And we used to start at like 7 or even 8. There'd be people show up at 8. This year
it's late now.
This year we started at 5.
And you were done by 8, right?
I was home in bed by 9:30.
Yeah. That's a good time.
And that used to be a 2 a.m. kind of
2 a.m.
kind of thing,
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Who's out at 2 a.m. anymore?
Right. Yeah. That's what I mean. It used to be you'd be out for a long time living. We would decide we were going to go roll somebody's house. We never would because that took a lot of energy and someone would have to drive. But I mean, But even that, it was kind of like, well, I need to get home. I've got to take my blood pressure medication.
Don't you love it how y'all have grown together, though?
Yeah. Right.
But
Well,
everybody's in the same stage of life.
It's funny. We used to talk about all kinds of interesting things. Now it's, different medications and how our kids are doing and grandkids. And I had to go home because I had to give my dog medicine.
Yeah, that's right. Daisy,
she has to have some antibiotics right now. So it was like,
she doing better?
yeah.
Good,
It's just funny. We're just doing nothing but sitting around talking about old man stuff.
Yeah, my back's hurting. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta give my dog a pill.
Yeah, it hit halftime of the Colorado game. And it was like, woo, wonder what time it is. And all right, boys, I guess I need to go. And it's,
By 7:30, we start yawning.
Yeah.
It's like.
Anyway.
It's like, that's what happened the other night. Tim was yawning at 7:30. He goes, how did I get to this?
I know, right?
And I go, it's fine. We get up early.
And then back in the day, you'd drink a little too much at the boys' Christmas party.
Yeah.
I was there for 4 hours, had a beer and a half.
You're like, I'm tired.
Poured out half a beer. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
I know.
And then you look back at old pictures of me when I did look good, and that's when I drank and smoked.
But you were like 25 or 30.
So
things didn't affect you like they do now.
This is something you shouldn't do, but it's something that we did on the bus. And I wondered why more people didn't do it, whether you're, no matter what side of the law you're on. Now, this one's on the wrong side of the law.
Okay.
There's a lady in California. She was going to rob a 7-Eleven. And she didn't have any weapons, but they were selling at this particular 7-Eleven some of like the old school Aquanet, like in the aerosol can.
Uh-huh.
And of course they got lighters.
Uh-oh.
So I remember on the bus 24 or 28, whichever one. Here's Charles, the bus driver. We'd get girls Aquanet and a lighter, and we'd make a flamethrower with it. And you shouldn't do that, kids. Don't do that at home. If you do, you didn't.
It's dangerous.
If you do, you didn't hear it here. But I was like, man, someone could use that as a weapon, but I had never seen a story of anybody actually using it until now. The shoplifter tried it, and it was just enough of a deterrent that she was able to get away, and the police are still looking for her.
And it was a lady. She had some Aquanet in her purse, I guess.
No. It was there.
She's like, let me grab this. And
yeah.
What the boys taught me on the bus, I'll use it.
I mean, but think of all the other things you could use as a weapon at 7-Eleven. That's just smart thinking right there, really.
That was quick, wasn't it?
It was quick. That's somebody rode the bus with some degenerates right there.
Yeah. And we all did.
But that could also be used for good. I mean, if you're getting robbed and you have some Aquanet and a lighter.
Kids, don't try that.
You got a flamethrower. Allegedly. Don't try it at home. If you do, you didn't hear it here. But I'm just glad that somebody else is using our bus trick.
Your bus trick. I had guys that would do lighter right up to girls' hair, and I was like, that's not funny.
Especially not back in the day. You probably used, half a can?
Oh, yes, I did. I used the Aquanet, and you know what? When you'd wash your hair, it would bead up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, no telling what's in that Aquanet.
I guess they still make it.
I don't know if they make the same formula.
Used it in California, and they've got all kinds of laws against aerosol.
Yeah, they still sell Aquanet. I just don't use it anymore because I'm like, it dries your hair out.
All right, we'll be back here in a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. That's all we're doing.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB, Cookeville.
A national day of mourning for Jimmy Carter. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden has set that for January 9th, the same day there will be a state funeral for the former president who died at the age of 100.
Some look at Jimmy Carter and see a man of a bygone era with honesty and character, faith and humility. It mattered. But I don't believe it's a bygone era.
President Biden in St. Croix saying the world has lost a remarkable leader, humanitarian, and gentleman.
Carter's greatest triumph as president was in 1978 when he brokered talks between the leaders of Israel and Egypt, ending years of fighting. Egypt's president sharing this message on X. His efforts in preserving the peace agreement between Egypt and Israel will remain etched in history.
Fox's Rebecca Castor. Jimmy Carter's work after his presidency, including setting up the Carter Center focused on world peace. And in 2002, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. And as Fox's Brett Baer reports,
Carter was often seen with hammer in hand, building homes for the poor as part of his continuing support for the Habitat for Humanity project. He wrote countless books, including one book of poetry and a memoir.
Jimmy Carter died at his home in Plains, Georgia, where he'd been in hospice care since last year. The U.S. is sending investigators to South Korea. So is Boeing after the weekend plane crash in South Korea, where a jet attempted to land without landing gear, went off the runway and went up in flames, hitting a concrete wall. A bird strike, a potential cause. The pilots were warned about birds, and then 2 minutes later, they issued a Mayday distress call.
When you do Mayday, that means catastrophe-aware landing. There is no other choices. They should have had other choices, but they didn't take them, and that's the big question mark here. Why didn't the pilots land in water like the Miracle on the Hudson plane? You remember the plane that landed in the Hudson River. Both engines were disabled by bird strikes.
That's Fox Business Network. Cheryl Casoni. 179 people were killed in that crash. There are 2 survivors. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
The next Congress will be sworn in on Friday with Republicans in control of the Senate and House, where the GOP only has a slim majority. So electing a speaker may not be easy. One Republican, Congressman Thomas Massey, says he will not support Mike Johnson remaining the speaker. Others also non-committal.
New York Republican Congressman Mike Lawler said Speaker Johnson should have at least one thing in his favor when House members vote Friday on if Johnson should remain Speaker.
Despite the best efforts of some of these same people that are now calling for Johnson's removal, we held on to the House.
On ABC's This Week, Congressman Lawler referred to the House faction that has not yet committed to supporting the Speaker.
If somebody thinks that they're going to be able to get 218 votes for somebody, let's say, out of the Freedom Caucus, they're kidding themselves.
The House must have a Speaker to do congressional business, including certifying the 2024 election. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down ahead of the second of the last trading day of the year after slight gains last week. On Sunday Night Football, Washington beat Atlanta 30-24 in overtime, clinching an NFL playoff berth for the Commanders. Earlier,
the Vikings beat the Packers 27-25 Sunday. Sam Darnold threw for 377 yards, 3 touchdowns. Minnesota is 14-2 and can clinch the NFC North crown and the conference's top seed with a win in Detroit next week. The Eagles kept pace, getting to 13-3 with a 41-7 rout of the Cowboys. Saquon Barkley ran for 167 yards on 31 carries to become the 9th player all-time to rush for 2,000 yards in a season. And the Giants may have cost themselves the top pick in next spring's draft by beating the Colts 45-33. The Patriots now own the top pick with 1 week to play. I'm Tim McMaster, Fox News.
Tampa Bay took a division lead over Atlanta with 1 week left in the season, blowing out Carolina 48-14. Miami kept playoff hopes alive, beating Cleveland 20-3. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The White County Board of Education has approved a new vaping education policy aimed at addressing rising vaping incidents. The Sparta Expositor reports that the tiered system will include vaping education classes, monetary fines, community service, and alternative school placement for repeat offenders. The State Department of Correction has completed its revision of the lethal injection protocol. Commissioner Frank Strada says he's confident the process can proceed in compliance with all departmental and state policy. The review comes after Governor Bill Lee ordered an independent review of the process in May of 2022. Highway Patrol assisted rolling roadblocks will take place in Cumberland County on Sunday, January 5th. A TDOT press release says motorists can expect delays from mile marker 315 to 325 in the morning hours of that day. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila live here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
Mostly cloudy this morning, a high getting up to around 60 for us. We're at 47 right now. It's going to be breezy out there, too.
University of Iowa, which they won their bowl game.
Good.
The Cyclones did.
The Cyclones.
They had to place one of its fraternities on suspension because of hazing.
Oh, what did they make them do?
A fire alarm went off at the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house. Firemen got there at 12:15. They found 56 blindfolded pledges with food thrown on them in the fraternity house's basement. That just sounds like good old-fashioned American fun to me.
Nothing life-threatening, right?
No, just some food.
Because there's some hazing that's like,
Yeah.
it could be life-threatening.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of some of that.
Saw it on Dateline.
Yeah, some of the drinking ones where they'd have them drink too much.
There's more than that. Yeah, that and some other things that's like really dangerous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, drinking too much in a small amount of time, that can be toxic to you. So, young kids, don't try this at home.
They suspended all operation of the fraternity, and the fraternity's national organization also placed the house under suspension too. So sounds like they don't get to have any more food fun.
I think that sometimes when you're young, you don't think of the consequences on certain things, but like the food fight just sounds. I was talking about the drinking and hazing.
Oh, yeah.
The food fight, that's like with the least of some of them.
Well, it wasn't a food fight. They were blindfolded, and then they got food thrown on them.
It was a food fight for the others.
It was soft food, and if it wasn't, blazing hot, I mean.
Oh, was it hot food?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh.
I mean, if it was just a bunch of little Debbie snacks. I mean, really? I mean, why are we?
Like, why are we complaining?
Why are we even on this? Why did they get in trouble?
As you know, Jason was a degenerate when he was younger. I mean, maybe now.
You know what you sign up for, right?
Sometimes you do.
I mean,
sometimes you don't.
I'm sure word gets around what you got to do. I mean, nobody keeps a secret. If you want to join that fraternity, you'll be blindfolded and they'll throw food at you. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. And now they're in trouble.
That sounds fun. But how'd the fire alarm get pulled?
See, that's probably what they got in trouble for right there.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling the fire alarm.
If the fire department hadn't shown up, nobody would have known.
I wonder if that was one of the guys that was blindfolded that set that off.
Well, surely if he got up, he pulled his blindfold off.
His hands weren't free.
Surely they got enough sense to get the blindfold off before they try to start walking around.
I don't know. They probably couldn't. Their hands were probably tied too.
I didn't say if their hands were tied, just says they were blindfolded.
I don't know what went on, Jason.
Iowa.
I wasn't there.
I mean, it's Iowa. This is probably the most fun they're ever going to have in their life.
That's true. Iowa. It seems like it'd be boring.
This may be the pinnacle of everything in Iowa. Until they get an Applebee's or something.
Yeah.
Then this is it.
Iowa. Hadn't heard much about Iowa.
No.
I mean, this probably put them on the map.
It may have.
Yeah.
When you think, Sheila, of classic cars.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on what a classic car is? Like, what year do you think of? What kind of car are you thinking of?
Like 65 and older.
Okay. Which makes sense in your age group.
Which is your age group, too.
Well, so like Gen X and older millennials, that's us, I guess. Industry insiders say buyers are moving away from traditional muscle cars like Mustangs and Corvettes from back in Sheila's day.
His day, too.
To the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Well, I guess that is classic by now, but it's not classic in my mind.
So like a Datsun 280ZX. That's a
People had them when I was in high school.
That's a classic car now.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're awesome.
Are you trying to hurt me?
No. I bet they're really cool, and you can get T-tops in those.
Yeah.
Mazda RX-7.
Yeah.
Back in the day with the T-top.
I used to want one of those.
And one I always wanted, and it always looked so cool, Honda Prelude. You remember those Honda Preludes?
Yeah. That was a good one.
I remember all the girls when he's got a Prelude.
And you're like, I need one of those.
I need me a Prelude. I had a Chevy Love truck. LUV. Baby blue.
Love.
Baby blue, baby. So this new generation of these collectors now are looking for that car is the muscle car now, not the 65 Mustang, the 69 Camaro. That's not it anymore for these young kids. Isn't that crazy? It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, but it does sound crazy.
It's like I was talking to my dad. He was like, he listens to the Eagle quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
He said, I drove all the way to the gym and I didn't hear any of the older songs. I was like, well, Dad, those are older songs. I said, do you remember when you started listening to oldies? Those songs are about 20 years old.
Yeah.
20 years old is 2005.
Which does not sound like it's 20 years ago.
20 years old is 2005 now.
I don't like that.
That's crazy. I see a 2005 vehicle and go, wow, that's pretty new.
Yeah, exactly. And then you start adding it up in your head and you're like, 20 something years ago.
I know. 2000, 20 years ago. It's hard making
We're
that.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you really
We're
start.
classics. That's what we are.
Well, that's the thing, now, instead of things being, back in the day, the Eagle would have been an oldies station, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it plays, what we call classic hits because none of us wanted to feel old about it.
I like it because it's classic hits.
Classic hits.
We are classic.
So we had the whole discussion about what's oldies now. So what is oldies now? What's classic cars now?
And I said
and all this
1965 and older.
Right.
And I'm like, that's real old.
That's real old.
It'd be hard to find one in good condition.
Absolutely. And if you did, it'd be $1 million zillion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're talking about too, is that those cars are still affordable. You can still find them and get parts for them. They truly are the muscle cars, the classic cars now. They really are.
because they weren't born yet when they come out. If they're kids in high school, well.
But then you got to think, what's going to be the classic car of the future? And I can't think of what that would be because now they all kind of look alike, and I don't know.
Now it's more SUVs than anything, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's right. You know what? Old Forerunners, Pathfinders.
Yeah.
Things like that will be the
I
thing
wonder if the
everybody
young
wants.
kids will want something like that more than a sports car.
I'd say so. I bet. I mean, I
Because
doubt
that's what they're used to.
I doubt old minivans are ever going to come back in, though.
No.
I know
They do have a lot of storage.
Hey man, you got to come over here. I just got the sweetest town and country in. And it couldn't minivans. Chrysler knew what they were doing.
Can you imagine? We're going to have, instead of a muscle car show, minivan show tonight at the fairgrounds.
Listen to that minivan purr, man. That's some good stuff. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang with us. Be right back.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, if you're selling your home, I only recommend one real estate agent right here in town. I'm talking about Heather Skender-Newton with Skender-Newton Realty. In fact, you can get an instant cash offer on your home. Just go online, heathersellshouses.com.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Your Cookeville Gas Department works closely with contractors to make certain no gas line is broken when excavation is done. However, there are times when damage does occur. If you smell gas where construction is being done, please notify the gas department immediately. Better yet, call us before you dig and let us locate the lines for you. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Hey, you exhausted every day? Maybe you have the 3 p.m. crash or struggling with memory issues, having a hard time focusing? You have to stop and pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I never run out of energy, and I'm fully focused. Strong Cell. It's a revolutionary supplement that has truly changed my life. I use it every single day. It gives you natural energy, helps me stay focused all day long, and just makes me feel better overall. Whether you're a working mom or dad or homeschooling your kids, or some of our loyal men and women behind the wheel across the country, try Strong Cell. It'll change your life. Linda uses it as well.
I use it every single day. I have my kids using it, my parents using it, my in-laws using it, my friends using it, and I am telling you, it is immediate. It is one of the only ways you can get NADH on the market, and it works.
Go to HannityStrong.com. Use promo code Hannity. You get a special 20% off any order. Once again, HannityStrong.com. And Strong Cell believes in their products so much, you get a 60-day no-risk policy. Invest in your health. I did it. It changed my life.
Hi, Mom. Is Claire's birthday party today? Me again, Mom. Where did I put my history book? Hi. Sorry, forgot one last thing. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate. At school, I start looking out the window, and then I forget what I was supposed to be thinking about. I know it seems like I don't care, but I do. It's just difficult for me. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Join parents and experts at Understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive. Brought to you by Understood.org and the Ad Council.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:19 now.
Good morning. We're here bright and early. Happy to be entertaining you.
Hopefully entertaining.
I don't know how much we're entertaining.
Allegedly entertaining you.
You know, I felt so lazy but enjoyed it on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I didn't have anywhere to be, anywhere to go. And Tim and I were going to look at Christmas lights Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, That would be it. We have to really put on some clothes and get out. And he's like, let's just watch TV. And we just watched Christmas movies.
It was, I mean, yeah.
And it was nice.
Oh, 100%.
He said, we don't have, he goes, unless you really got your heart set on. I go, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, I had plans. That was our plan. But it was nice just staying at home.
It was great. I just, sometimes you just need to stay at home.
Yeah, and we're always on the go. And I think
Yeah.
that's why it felt good just because even on the weekends, like if you've got to go somewhere, we can't through the week because we're working. We always make it on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just like, no, we'll be running around both weekends, both bookends. And then we're like, we don't have to do anything Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So we watched Christmas movies, other movies, and we're just like, we're vegging out. This is what they call veg out on the couch.
Well, I think that's what most people should be doing.
Yeah, because you've worked all year.
Well, yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Worked and worked and worked.
Yeah, if you've worked hard, you deserve this time to kind of chill out. And a lot of times you can't help it depending on what industry that you're in.
Yeah.
And but talking to so many people that just aren't going back until, I mean, like
the 6th of January.
A week from today.
They're going back when the kids go back to school, which is the 6th of January. Monday the 6th.
Oh, is that when they go back?
Yep.
Well, that's okay.
I mean, there's other things that open up, like they're slowly starting to open up this week, but nothing's in full force until kids go back to school.
It's just been, crazy out there.
Yeah.
And, talk to people, especially if you're trying to get some business done. You're just out of luck right now.
Or the business is open, but the main one you're supposed to talk to is not there. They're like, they're not going to be back till after
That's
the
right.
new year.
Yeah. This was on the internet over the weekend. What's not scientifically proven, but you think is true?
Scientifically proven that
What's not scientifically proven? Like science sat and said, this is it.
Some would say the landing on the moon, or maybe the world is round. Hasn't that been proven?
I think so, but
Yeah.
what do I know? One person said the lane I switched to will always go slower than the lane I was previously in.
That's true.
That's why are you worried about switching lanes? I used to be that way where I'd be like, oh, I'm getting over here. This is going faster. I'm getting over here because this. Now I just pick a lane and roll.
Yeah. It's like, it's not worth just switching back and forth.
Yeah. It's not, because you'll end up going past those people again at some point.
Yeah. It's not a competition.
I don't know how it works. I don't. But you'll end up getting there at the same time.
I'll tell you, this weekend traffic was crazy, like heading into Nashville. I mean, it was
gosh.
bumper to bumper from Cookeville all the way to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see these crazy, and it's usually the young ones. Look at me, these young kids these days.
Kids these days.
I mean, weaving
hair
in
and
and
their
out of
clothes.
traffic and then slowing the rest down because everybody was having to throw on their brakes because this guy was wanting in.
Kids.
And I'm like, why is it worth risking your life or somebody else's? It's just not.
It's not. I used to be that way though. Finally calmed down. I think ginger ale at the coffee shop is just Coke and Sprite mixed together. It's not scientifically proven, but this person thinks
But
that's
it tastes
true.
like that.
Uh,
I think sometimes when you order Diet Coke at a restaurant, they give you Coke Zero, and it tastes differently. I always know.
The amount of hassle in your life is constant. It cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes form.
Say that one more time. That's a little deep for in the morning. I haven't had my full coffee cup yet.
All right, you're gonna have to use your full brain power on
Yes.
this, Sheila.
Something about changing, huh?
The amount of hassle in your life is consistent. It cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes form.
That's a negative way of looking at things.
So you're always going to have hassle in your life. It just, you don't know what it's going to be.
Well, I think life ebbs and flows anyway. Ups, downs, ups, downs. That is true.
If you're doing a task and you think, I'd better be careful because I don't want this to happen. And then as soon as you say it, that exact thing will happen. Well, I don't want that to happen. Boom, it happens.
Here's one that I've heard that's not scientifically proven, but I think it's true. Most of the things you worry about never happen to begin with. Most of the things you worry about never happen.
You spend all that energy worrying about something, then it never happens.
They should let life happen.
Amen. If you're doing a task and you think, I'd better be careful because I did that. When you're in a relationship, girls can sense it and are more attracted to you.
Oh, because you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
I don't think that they can sense it. They see a wedding ring on, or they see how good you're treating your spouse or your significant other.
They want it.
Yeah. They're like, look how sweet he is to her.
Or he's capable.
It's like Tim said,
of being in a relationship.
Nobody wanted me until I got with you, and now everybody wants me. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? They see how sweet you are to me.
This person thinks that restaurants have an ugly section. I don't know.
Am I in the ugly section when they seat me?
I don't think that that's happening around here, but I do know that in bigger towns.
Well, in bars and stuff.
That does happen.
In movies. Not that I go to a lot of bars, but they're like, we don't let you in, but we'll let that one in,
I've known a lot of nightclub owners.
I think that really does
in my day, and that absolutely. I mean, that's why, like, if you're in a big town and you drive past a club, you'll see in the front parking spots, you'll see the nicer cars. If there's valet, they'll park all the nice cars up front, and they'll take your jalopy to the back where nobody can see it.
That makes sense.
Because they want people to think it's a nice nightclub.
It's a ritzy nightclub, yeah.
Right, yeah. They're not going to park your 2004 Subaru out there.
That's beat up.
They're not going to do it.
Missing hubcaps.
So that one, restaurants may have an ugly section. Some, not all. If I avoid wearing Buffalo Bills attire while watching a Bills game on TV, the Bills will win. If I wear so much as a T-shirt, they'll lose.
That's all that superstition stuff.
I don't believe in that. I used to.
I think you still do with Tennessee Vols.
No, I
thought you have your little quirks that you do every time there's.
I used to, but I got.
What made you stop?
Lane Kiffin, Butch Jones, Derek Dooley, and Jeremy Pruitt.
Enough said.
I realized then that none of my clothes had actual power over their stupidity.
That's true.
I was like, so they probably don't have any power over anything else.
Yeah, right.
So, that Mars was the last planet we were on, not the next. Like they think, there's been a lot of talk about when we destroy this planet, what planet are we all going to move to? And so everybody's like, well, Mars, that's why we're trying to get there. We could, that could be it. Well, now there's people saying, wait a minute, Mars was the last planet we were on.
Did we destroy it?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Right, but I mean, it's uninhabitable.
Right.
So there's that theory out there.
Elon Musk will figure that out. Only rich people will go to the next planet anyway.
That's right, yeah. Well, I'm not going to go. Backwards time travel is possible, but it will send you into a parallel universe where the consequences of what you do don't impact your original universe. You can return to your universe, but you can only bring mass and energy back.
Somebody's been thinking way too deep about this.
Oof. Wow.
I understood what they were saying, but
Me
it blew
too.
my mind.
They were one gummy too deep.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. Yes.
They had hit the gummy a little too much on that deal. Maybe just eat half next time. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back. So if you would, just hang with us for a minute.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The White County Board of Education has approved a new vaping education policy aimed at addressing rising vaping incidents. The Sparta Expositor reports that the tiered system will include vaping education classes, monetary fines, community service, and alternative school placement for repeat offenders. The State Department of Correction has completed its revision of the lethal injection protocol. Commissioner Frank Strada says he's confident the process can proceed in compliance with all departmental and state policy. The review comes after Governor Bill Lee ordered an independent review of the process in May of 2022. Highway Patrol-assisted rolling roadblocks will take place in Cumberland County on Sunday, January 5th. A TDOT press release says motorists can expect delays from mile marker 315 to 325 in the morning hours of that day. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Tennessee Tech's men's basketball team finished out 2024 with a 95-75 win against visiting Milligan yesterday. Rodney Johnson Jr. had 33 points on 14 of 16 shooting as the Golden Eagles improved to 6-7 on the season. The Tennessee Titans dropped their fifth straight game as they fell to the Jacksonville Jaguars 20-13 on Sunday. The Titans finish the season next weekend against the Texans. Elsewhere in the NFL, the Giants topped the Colts 45-33. Eagles beat the Cowboys 41-7. Bills over the Jets 40-14. Vikings beat the Packers 27-25. And Buccaneers topped the Panthers 48-14. In the Eagles' 41-7 win over the Cowboys, running back Saquon Barkley won over 2,000 yards rushing on the season. He's the ninth player in NFL history to eclipse 2,000 yards in a season. He's still 100 yards shy of Eric Dickerson's record of 2,105 set in 1984. Today on UCR, the Upperman Lady Bees play Farmington from Arkansas at 5, while the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers play Watertown at 6. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Wall Street kicking off the final trading week of the year Monday. The markets will be closed on Wednesday in observance of New Year's Day. The Institute for Supply Management releasing its Chicago Business Barometer for December today, with the reading at 42.2. The forecast was 42.7. A reading below 50 indicates contraction of the manufacturing sector. Shares of Boeing dropped more than 4% in pre-market Monday after Sunday's deadly Jeju airplane crash in South Korea. The plane involved was a Boeing 737-800 jet. BlackRock toning down its push for board diversity in its proxy vote guidelines, which are closely tracked by companies, other large shareholders, and corporate governance experts. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Laura Cantor, invested in you.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on SingleCare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to SingleCare.com or download the free app.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Mostly cloudy. There's a chance of showers all the way through tonight. Temperatures today go in reverse. We'll start off in the 60s but fall into the 40s overnight. We'll be near 60 tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy overnight. There's another shot at rain by Tuesday with daytime highs falling into the 50s.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Live here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:35 on the 30th of December. It's just me and Sheila here.
It is. Yeah.
Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning.
Beautiful sunny morning.
No, it's mostly cloudy.
It's sunny. I can see it through the willow window behind you.
Oh, I do see some sun coming out.
Yeah.
But it's 48.
It's for sure sunny.
Yeah. High's going to be about
it.
58 this
I
afternoon.
can see the sun.
All right. My goodness, going to argue about the weather. Is that how we're going to get through this next segment?
No, I was going to tell you about driving rats.
What?
Driving rats.
For real?
Yeah. University of Richmond. They're the Spiders, by the way. That's their mascot.
Well, then why didn't they have driving spiders?
Well, I don't know.
They're not as smart as rats.
Probably not. Their neuroscience laboratory taught rats to drive. And not only do the rats love to drive, they get excited about the prospect of driving.
Wait a minute. They probably feed the rats, and that's why they get excited?
I don't know. But then when they get into their little rat vehicle, they love to rev the engine.
Rats are revving the engine.
So
who would have thought?
I mean, revving engines are fun no matter what.
Rat,
human, it doesn't matter.
You know, I didn't think I'd want a pet rat, but if I had one that revved the engine and drove a car, I might want one.
You might need one.
That is not nice. You think a rat would drive better than me?
I've never ridden with a rat, so I don't know.
And you've never ridden with me where I haven't been safe? Never had a wreck while you're in the vehicle?
No.
And you've ridden with me several times.
But I've had some moments.
You do that just to make me nervous.
I press the pretend brake that's on my side.
I've done that with you, too.
I press the pretend gas that's on my side.
Oh, so you want to go faster?
Sometimes.
My goodness. I do that, too. I'm hitting the brake a lot on it with you.
Well, you shouldn't. I'm in complete control the whole time.
Well, I was in complete control, too. Yes.
You're a little jerky to ride with. Like you overcorrect sometimes.
See if you'll be riding with me anymore when you are out of a vehicle and you're like, will you take me to this place? No, I will not. I'm too herky-jerky.
Well, anyway, the rats like to drive and they like to rev their engine.
But it's fine for the rats to do, but not me.
Well, because that's little rats. They're not going to run, I'm not going to ride with a little rat. They're not driving full-size
You're
cars.
out with me. I'm a little rat.
I don't know, rat. Let's say that rats got good enough to drive, that they could drive you around.
No.
You wouldn't let one?
No, but I'd let a dog or a monkey.
Yes, for sure. That does make.
I don't even know if I'd let a monkey. They would be pretty reckless.
Would you?
Don't you think a monkey would?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I think a dog would be like, "Oh, I'm trying to be safe. I got her in the car."
It would depend on the training.
Most dogs want to help you and save you.
Right. I think
They're protectors.
I think I could train a proper dog to drive me. I think your dog would.
I couldn't.
No, it'd be spoiled. Be terrible. Be pulling over all the time.
I gotta stop over here and get some coffee.
Yeah.
Is that what it?
You'd have a needy dog.
I gotta get my hair done.
Right.
That would be my dog.
My dog would just drive you where you need to go, and be happy to do it.
I'm gonna have to stop over here first.
Right. Yes. You'd never get anywhere with your dog.
My dog's a lot like me.
Right.
Right.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pretty fun.
I'd let an animal drive me, I think.
Would it be a monkey? Would you let a monkey drive?
Yeah. I mean, again, as long as they're trained.
So you
fine.
don't trust the self-driving vehicles, but you'd trust a monkey.
Well, yeah.
Over me.
Well, no, monkey.
Little herky-jerky Sheila.
Depending on the training, I'd probably be about the same on you and the monkey.
I'm not herky-jerky, y'all. Not at all.
Maybe we should offer it up one day where people get to take a ride with you.
Yes, let's do that. I'm for it.
And people will be like, ugh.
They would not be.
See what you're talking about, Jason.
And they would say, Jason, look at him with that lead foot.
I do not have a lead foot. I drive the speed limit. I don't have a lead foot, Sheila. I used to back in the day, but I don't
But
anymore.
you're just perfect now.
I am.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I might drive a hair over the speed limit, but that's
A hair over.
speed limits. I don't know if you know this or not, are suggestions.
But yet you're the better driver because a speed limit is a suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're supposed to, in the handbook, it says go with the flow of traffic. So if the speed limit's 70, but everybody's going 75, you should go 75 because then you're with the flow of traffic at 75.
And then what do I do that you've seen me do? Herky jerky.
Well, you might go 70, you might go 75, might go
I'm
80,
going with the flow.
might go 80.
I'm going with the flow.
You might miss your exit.
I've never missed my exit with you. Why are you making all this stuff up? Why?
Well, you know, you never miss
So
your
you'll seem like you drive better.
You never miss your exit with me because I'm always like, Sheila, don't miss your exit up here.
He's so full of it, y'all. So full of it.
You know, tell how many exits you would have missed without me.
So when we drove to Livingston together, you thought I was a bad driver.
Well, no, you did good on the way to Livingston. No exits. It's just, you just
Oh, it's the exits I'm herky jerky about? What?
just straight there.
See, that proves he's making up stuff.
We just had to drive straight.
You've changed what you've said 3 or 4 times
I have
about my
not.
driving.
No, I rode with you to Livingston. It was only a little scary, but there was.
You never acted like you were even just texting on your phone looking down. He was so comfortable.
I didn't want to see what was coming up.
Oh my goodness. Stop it.
I didn't want to be a front seat driver.
If you didn't think I was a good driver, you would not have let me drive. That is true.
Boy, getting Sheila worked up sure is fun. So what I love about this story here about rats driving, there's a little bit about rats driving.
Yeah.
The rest of the story is about, can you believe they like to rev the engine?
But it is funny. I wouldn't have thought that.
No, that part is funny, but the rats are driving. That should be the main part of.
I mean,
that should be the main part of the story.
But do they have a course they follow, or are they just driving around in circles, or
It
what?
doesn't say that at all. What they're doing.
Vroom vroom. Can you little rat toes? Vroom vroom vroom.
But I'd watch that at the fair.
Oh, I definitely would pay to see that.
If they had rat demolition derby.
Rat races and demolition derby, I would watch it.
I mean,
Rat NASCAR.
I couldn't wait to get there. I'd pay extra to watch it.
Have little numbers on their backs.
Yeah. I'd pay extra to watch that.
Interview them at the end, talking about, well, my Purina cat chow, rat chow, thanks to my number 25.
Well, they didn't say that they talked, Sheila. Let's not go crazy.
I was just having a whole, made it up in my mind.
All of a sudden, it was redneck ratatouille.
Yes. Redneck Ratatouille. That's funny. I'd watch that movie too. Instead of soup, they would cook what?
They wouldn't cook nothing. They're racing cars.
But Ratatouille's a cook.
Right. But I understand that. But
like when they're not racing, they would be cooking for all their buddies, be tailgating.
You've made this too much of a. It's too much of a thing now.
It would be great.
Just rats that race. The rat race.
The rat race. That's what they were trying to put.
Ratatouille, the rat race.
Did they say why they put rats on in little tiny rat vehicles? What was the point of that? Were they trying to prove rats are smarter than we thought? What?
Neuroscience scientist and rat driving instructor Dr. Kelly Lambert said that driving is an interesting way to study how rodents acquire new skills. Unexpectedly, She found the rats often jump into the car and rev the engine before their vehicle was allowed to start moving.
I don't know why that's funny to me. I can see that happening.
And they drive to pick up Fruit Loops. So
they go grocery shopping?
They drive.
And that's their reward, the
get a
Fruit
Fruit
Loop?
Loop, drive back, revving the engine the whole time. I wonder if boy rats rev it more than girl rats. That'll be the next one. I'm going to say that boy rats rev more than girl rats.
I bet it's the same.
Do you?
Yeah, because I like revving the engine, as you know, herky jerky Sheila.
I bet boy rats find the Fruit Loop easier though.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you mean something by don't go to a break
Directions
like this.
Directions and whatnot.
So they give them directions to where the Fruit Loop is?
No, the guys, they don't get, no, I don't reckon.
They don't need directions, but the girls do?
They got to use their nose or something. Or
my goodness.
Some sort of rat GPS, maybe. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Ron Crane here from Dependable Auto Sales and Service, also Colonial Automotive, towing, rentals, we've got it all. Guys, if it's automotive, even if you need body work, if you've been in a wreck or something, please let us know. 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-SELL, S-E-L-L, 24/7 at dasautosales.com. That's dasautosales.com, and we're located 1575 Interstate Drive, the only car dealership on the left on Restaurant Row. Please come see us at any time. Thanks, guys.
For the love of the climb, for the love of the fall, for the love of knowing your kids' laughter is the sweetest music there is, for the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville.
Willow Window, making your home beautiful again.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
A violent crime is now committed every 24 seconds in our country, and police response times have doubled, which means you need a new way to protect yourself and your family. I'm Rob Chadwick, former head of the FBI's Tactical Training Unit. The USCCA and I have put together life-saving tips that most civilians never get to hear, and we put them all into an updated free resource exclusively for listeners. Text SAFE to 87222 to get instant access right now. If you're serious about protecting yourself and your loved ones, text SAFE to 87222 while there's still time.
Texting enrolls for automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:49 now.
Good morning. We're happy to be here, and Happy New Year to you. It's coming. We won't be here the next 2 days, but we'll be here Thursday the 2nd.
Yeah, I did pick up some black eyed peas over the weekend.
Yep.
So I
I've
found
got
some
them.
of that.
I have the black eyed peas and greens, but not hog jaw yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to make it to Livingston today to go to Jerry's.
That's who has it.
That's the only people that I know that would have it. Now, if
There may be somebody in
if you're at another grocery store or if you know one, you can let us know
Leo's used to have it, but
through.
they're not open anymore.
Now you want that IGA out on 10th,
Washington?
10th, is it 10th and Washington? They may have Hog's Jaw.
They may.
And Monterey Foods may have Hog's Jaw. I don't know. But it'd be better to call and ask. I found black eyed peas. I was at Publix. That's where I was getting my snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not have Hog's Jaw.
Publix a little more upscale and won't have your
They said they could get it.
country cut
They said they could get it. But
in time.
I don't know, but they just didn't have any then. So they
Well,
may.
that says a lot that they'd try to get it for you.
They got a great meat department
Yeah.
at Publix. But as far as like specialty meats and real hand cut meat,
Yeah.
Jerry's IGA, Livingston's still number one. They got all the good cuts.
They do.
So you may have to go there, but I'm cooking all that up, I think.
You gonna cook it up?
Yeah. So now if you go and get black eyed peas, you got to start soaking them today, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to start soaking the black eyed peas and get all that stuff ready for a big New Year's Day.
Dale Welch said Monterey Foods has it whole and sliced right
oh, do
now.
they?
Thank you, Dale Welch.
Thanks. Yeah, Danny Todd does a great job at
Yeah, he
Monterey
does.
Foods.
Yeah.
Plus, it could be negative 40 degrees and Danny Todd will still have on jean shorts. He's one of those guys.
He stays hot, huh?
It's weird.
Dale said he thinks Save-A-Lot might have it too. I wonder if they do locally here in Cookeville.
I don't know if they got it in Monterey. Surely they have it in Cookeville. Anyway, I'd call first because that's not one of those things that people have all the time. So
They know it's a New Year's thing.
right, and I don't know what the substitute is for that. Like, is there a substitute? Like, can we get just like some thin
Like some
sliced
ham
pork
or what?
chops?
Ooh, I like that too, though.
Yeah, that might work.
I'm a meat eater, you know.
Yes, Sheila.
Yeah.
I wasn't accusing you of not being.
I'm American.
Sheila gets in her head that she gets accused of stuff that nobody's
Well,
accusing
I mean,
her
when
of.
it's with Jason, I can pretty much think, yeah, he's going to accuse me
you
of something.
don't always need to go on a preemptive strike about something. You could
You
just,
said I was herky jerky driver.
now you're being herky jerky in your conversation.
Just simmer down, simmer down. Oh my goodness. So black eyed peas, greens, and hog jowl.
Yeah. Did we do this story on here? I've already forgot about the
I don't know.
the voodoo plot for the Zambian president. Did we, or is that something we talked about off the air?
I don't know. I don't remember. Let's go ahead
All
and
right.
talk about it.
So whenever voodoo, the only time that I ever remember seeing voodoo as a kid was on Gilligan's Island.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilligan's Island made voodoo and quicksand sound like something we're all going to have to deal with at some point in our lives.
That quicksand would scare me to death more than the voodoo. The voodoo was funny to me. Oh, they're just dolls. That can't make it.
Right.
That can't make anything happen.
2 guys have been arrested for allegedly plotting to harm Zambia's president using voodoo by making little voodoo dolls of him and doing that. Now, I don't know. I've never seen a voodoo doll, and I don't think I've ever had one used against me. If you tried, it didn't work.
You don't know.
I do. I mean,
Maybe there was a voodoo doll that said, we're going to have herky jerky driving.
oh, maybe someone's got a voodoo doll and they're the ones making me look tired and fat.
Maybe that's it. It comes from the voodoo.
If I find out someone's made a tired, fat Jason voodoo doll,
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find it.
You're going to destroy that voodoo doll.
Yeah.
We've gone to Louisiana before, and they sell voodoo dolls.
I doubt those work. What did you just buy?
Ones you can buy, but I think it's just to be funny.
And that's like,
Is it a real voodoo doll if you got to buy it? You got to pay for the service of the voodoo.
I think I think you'd have to hire a voodoo person.
I think so,
And then
too.
they would have to make the voodoo, if that's even, which is not real.
What, voodoo people?
No, voodoo people are real,
Yeah.
but I don't think voodoo's real.
No, but they think it is.
Right. It's like Ouija boards. I don't think Ouija boards are
I
real.
don't like them. I will not play with them.
Well, no, I wasn't allowed to.
Well, I'm not. I was allowed to. I just didn't do it.
Your parents allowed Satan into your home?
Well, I never had one.
Okay,
But
good.
they never talked bad again. I mean, they never said anything. Let's just say that. They never said anything about it.
Oh.
My mom said she had played on one before when she was a kid, and it didn't do anything.
So Satan was already in your house.
No, my mama ain't Satan. Don't be talking. You can talk about me, not my mama. She's sweet. She's real sweet.
The devil comes in many forms.
Oh my goodness. That is not nice. Don't talk about my mama. Unless you're talking good.
Oh
She
my!
ain't no voodoo Ouija board girl.
When you did the voodoo,
When I did it, I didn't do voodoo.
I mean the Ouija board. When you did the Ouija
I
board,
didn't do it. My mama said she played with
right?
it
But
before. with her.
you've never.
She said
done
it didn't work.
So why? So you never done it? You're just,
Never done
Oh,
it.
you're just afraid of it.
I think it might open up some bad things.
Okay, all right,
I know it's a Parker Brothers game, but
right.
if you are thinking that way, you could bring some bad mojo.
Well, maybe I don't know.
I think it's just stay away from it.
Just hear me out. All of you lovely ladies that have played the Ouija board, and there's been a fella there.
Yeah.
He's moving that thing. It's not a spirit. It's not a ghost. It ain't your great granny.
Just like on Crazy George's bridge.
It's Chad. It's Chad. Chad's moving it.
Chad moved it across the bridge too.
Right.
Moved the car
Chad stalled the car.
to make the girl scared.
Right.
And hug up on the guy.
That's right. Chad's moving the Ouija board
All
thing.
the bad voodoo and mojo of the world is men.
Chad. He's doing every bit of it.
So if you know Chad, tell him to quit.
Well, he's the one doing it, and it's funny when someone falls for it. That's all I'm saying. It's a Chad. To me, I find it devastating.
Have you played with Ouija?
No, I have, yeah.
What kind of voodoo did you do?
Oh, I just did it to disprove it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, because I was the one, I was the Chad. So I was the one moving it to where I wanted it to say,
And tricking people.
and tricking people.
Because you thought that was funny
Right.
and entertaining,
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
which is what he tries to do with me. Move me to get all crazy.
Let me tell you, Sheila, if you know me back in the day, I'd had you tricked one way or to the other. You'd been snipe hunting. You'd still be we'd have lost you to snipe hunting,
She got
Sheila.
lost in the woods.
What happened to Sheila Scruggs?
Jason sent her on a snipe hunt.
Snipe hunting. She's still out there going doo-doo-doo-doo somewhere.
You would have eventually told me when you wouldn't have left me out in the woods, would you?
I'd have found you after a while.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's it for us. Hope you had a fun morning. If you're one of the few, the proud, the ones that have to go to work today, bless your heart. Thank you for going to work. I need y'all out there.
We feel it for you because we're working too.
Yeah, I put in a full day today. Which reminds me, if you need any advertising on the radio, Sheila Scruggs, 526-7144, or Lisa Melton or Piper Heckman can also help you out with
That's
that.
right. All three of us.
Need any advertising on the radio,
We do have some good deals right now.
we're here to help, for sure. Especially here on Good Morning Cookeville.
That's right. We've got some openings.
All right, guys, have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Fine stuff.
Happy New Year.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB.